Now we have confirmed that this is the security camera system. Now what? Well, the next step here is to scan for any open port on this device. So let's go back to the terminal window, and if we discover any open unsecured ports on that device, that will allow us to possibly exploit the services running on that port. So think of an attacker looking for an open port as a thief trying to find an open window or an open backdoor in the house. All they are looking for is a way to get in, and once they are in, the options are limitless. So let's do that. Let's search for any open ports on this device. I will do Nmap followed by the target IP address. In my case, it's 10.0.0.12. In case you haven't heard of Nmap, Nmap basically stands for Network Mapper, and it is a tool that we can use to identify devices and running services on a network by scanning for any open or closed ports. And we are telling Nmap in here that we want to scan this specific target. So let's hit enter, and perfect, the scan was completed, and Nmap generated this simple report, as you can see, by showing us which ports are open and which service is running on that open port. And we can see that port 85, port 554, and port 49152 is currently open and running on this security camera system. I recommend researching all of the open ports that you are not familiar with, either the ones you see on my Nmap report in here, or the ones you see on your end. In my case, let's check out the most obvious port, which is port 85 that is running HTTP. Normally, HTTP service runs on port 80, but it looks like the vendor was trying to hide that service by switching it to a different port. Port 85. But anyways, we were still able to see it, as you can see, and we know that HTTP service allows us to access web pages from the browser. And again, if you are not familiar with port 80 or any of these ports, please go ahead and check them out, as some of them can be very interesting.